Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Number Corner with Miss Smith. We're going to start, like we always start, with the date. So we're going to first write the month. The month that we're in is March, and we use a 3 to represent March because it's the third month of the year. And then yesterday was the 25th, so what does that make today? What number comes after 25? That's right, 26. And then the year is 2020. Okay, so I'm going to write March, but I'm going to abbreviate it, which means just to make it shorter. So March 26, 2020. All right, and then what day of the week is it? Yesterday was Wednesday. So what day of the week is it today? That's right, it's Thursday. So let's say our whole date together. Today is Thursday, March 26th, 2020. All right, I want us to look at our calendar markers and let's see if we can figure out what will be on today's calendar marker. On Monday, we had an analog clock. On Tuesday, we had an analog clock. On Wednesday, we had a digital clock. And what do you think will be on, what type of clock do you think will be on our calendar marker for tomorrow? I also want us to think about what time the clock might say. On Monday, it said 2:30. On Wednesday, it said 3. On Tuesday, it said 3. On Wednesday, it said 4. What time do you think it will say on Thursday? When you know what time clock and what time, I want you to say it out loud. All right, let's see if you're right. Drum roll, please. What type of clock is this, boys and girls? That's right, it's an analog clock. And remember earlier this week, we said we always say the hour hand first. So the hour hand on this clock is pointing in between the 4 and the 5. And when it's pointing in between two numbers, we always say the number that's before it. So we're gonna say it is 4. What does the 6 mean? How many minutes? That's right, we got the minutes by 5. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So it is 4:30. All right, boys and girls, if yesterday it was 4 o'clock and today it was 4:30, how much time has passed between yesterday and today? Yesterday it was 4 o'clock and today is 4:30. That's right, 30 minutes have passed. From 4 to 4:30 is 30 minutes. Good job, kiss your brain. All right, boys and girls, now let's talk about how many days we've been in school. Yesterday we were in school for 131 days. How many days have we been in school today? What number comes after 131? I'm gonna wait until everybody says it out loud because everybody should know what comes after 131. That's right, boys and girls, 100. Whoa, it's not working. Hold on. 132 days. So let's think about this. Let's think about how we can write 132 in expanded form. I'm going to grab another dot. We're going to add it up here. All right, boys and girls. So 100, if we were to count all these dots, we would count 100 dots. If we were to count all the dots in the tens place, let's count them. We would count 10, 20, 30, and then how many ones are there? That's right, 2 ones. So let's write this in expanded form. This 1 represents 100, so we're gonna write 100 plus how many tens? 10, 20, 30, plus how many ones? 1, 2 equals 132. All right, and then we're gonna add our x's. So 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132. We know there are 10 boxes in each row, so we can count them by tens. All right, so 100, 110, 120, 130, 131, 132. Good job, boys and girls. All right, so like I said yesterday, we're gonna have a main focus every day. And today, it's been so long since we have done a story problem. So we are going to do a story problem together. So I want us to look right here, and we're gonna read this story problem together. All right, it says, Max went to the store and bought blank toy cars. Otto went to the store and bought blank toy cars. And then when they were at lunch, they counted how many cars they had in all. How many did they count? So when we're reading a story problem, remember the first step, we want to visualize it in our head. So I want us to picture Max going to the grocery store or to the mall, and he's buying some toy cars. He's picking out the green ones and the blue ones because he loves green and blue toy cars. And then Otto went to the grocery store and she was like, I want to buy some toy cars. So she picked out some toy cars. And then at lunch, they both brought their toy cars to the lunch table and they put them on the table and they counted how many they had together. All right. So then we need to think about, are they gonna have more toy cars or less toy cars? If Max puts his toy cars on the lunch table and Otto puts her toy cars on the lunch table, are they gonna have more toy cars or less toy cars? That's right, they're gonna have more toy cars. All right, so now we gotta write our number sentence, but before we can write a number sentence, we need numbers. So let's see our numbers. Max went to the store and bought 8 toy cars. Otto went to the store and bought 6 toy cars. At lunch, they counted how many cars they had in all. How many did they count? All right, so let's write our number sentence. We're gonna write how many toy cars Max had. Max had 8 cars. And then we said that we're gonna have more, so we know that we're gonna use a plus sign. And then Otto went to the store and bought 6 cars, so 8 plus 6 equals, we don't know. All right, so I'm gonna represent these 2 numbers on our tens frames. So we're gonna use Max's toy cars with red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then Otto's toy cars with yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, we always think about how we can make 10, because when we borrow from one to make 10, it makes it easier for us to add. So I know that 8 plus 2 equals 10. 8 plus 2 equals 10. That's a make 10 combination. That's something I know off the top of my head. So I'm gonna borrow 2 from Otto and make 10. But when we say, hey 6, can we borrow 2 from you? 6 is like, sure, you can have one of my 2s. How many are left in the 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what do we do with that 4, boys and girls? That's right, we add it to our 10. 10 plus 4 equals 14. So that means that 8 plus 6 equals 14. Max and Otto had 14 toy cars all together. All right, boys and girls, I'm gonna give you a story problem to practice. I want you to try and make 10 to solve your story problem. See you soon, have a good day.